Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and Gemini Sun Moon Rising. Welcome into your reading. This reading will be with you from the 21st of October until the end of October of 2021. Okay, now I will do what I always do before I start the reading. Sun Moon Rising, Gemini. This is a general energy check. We will pray. For guidance, we will ask our spirit to be present in this reading with you and me. Calling upon my divine source, my angel, my guides, into this reading, my spirit, angel, ancestors, and of course the divine source into this reading along with you guys. Please help me see what I need to see. Help me hear what I need to hear regarding your messages, your guidance into this reading for the Gemini story here. This is again till the end of October, guys, and then we'll do a fresh energy check. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest. We did have a full moon recently, so keep that in mind. Full moon means changes, full moon means transitions, full moon means shift, okay, in whatever direction of your life. So let's look at your energies, guys. And I'm going to be using only this deck even for my clarifiers. I'm not taking a new deck in here. I don't know why, but this is what it is. Sun Moon Rising, Gemini. Please welcome into this reading. We get the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Okay. And the Fool in the reverse. So there is something new that you want to start, but it looks to be a delay here at this point. Let's see. We'll see. The Three of Swords. Okay. It's because of some kind of hurt feelings, something that has gone really bad. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, some of you guys could be kind of preparing for this event, but we'll see. The Ace of Swords in the reverse. Oh my God. So you got both in the reverse. The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. It's because of some kind of a situation. The Magician in the reverse, that is your energy. You have not been able to manifest what you wanted in the story, Gemini. And there is a lot of hurt that is sitting in this situation. And you're wondering if you can deal with that situation and how you should, you're being a little bit guarded as well. You just don't want to jump into it. You just don't want to do anything right away without thinking, But it's also a stage of preparation for you. Something that you're trying to prepare, the Six of Swords. The Four of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, it looks like you are kind of, you're kind of feeling restless about the situation here. You're trying to find some peace here, but it's kind of worrying you a lot. This is the Three of Swords and this is the Three of Swords. So there is something with either three people or three situations for you. The King of Cups in the reverse, Gemini. What is going on, guys? Looks like you're out of touch with your emotions here. Or you have been out of touch with emotions, or you are the Hanged Man. Yeah, there is some kind of shadow work that you are definitely doing at this point with the Chariot. Okay, we'll clarify, we'll see. But typically the Ace of Wands in the reverse is talking about a delay. There is a new beginning. You want a fresh new start, a fresh new a fresh new proposition, a fresh new project, something fresh, something which brings about a new start in your life. Let's look at the Ace of Wands in the reverse. The Three of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, there is a lot of blocks. There is a lot of blocks at this point in time with regards to your fresh start. You're not being able to release some kind of problems. It's like you're not even talking, you're not communicating, but at the same time, you're not being able to release something, some situation, the Knight of Pentacles, which will allow you to move forward. Let's see. The Three of Swords is talking about a lot of pain here. The Queen of Wands. Okay. So somebody could have hurt you, Gemini. Or you could have hurt somebody in your life, because the Three of Swords is your energy, right? But you could be becoming very stubborn at this point, and you could be refusing to take on an offer, or for some, you're waiting to offer something to someone, but you're kind of skeptical if that person will take that offer, because what it looks to me is that you did not work or act on the situation when the time was right. Right? You did not move towards a new situation. You did not act on that situation. You did not start anything fresh. You refused to release your problems, your burdens, whatever that you have been carrying, and therefore the new beginning or the new fresh start to the whole story did not manifest. And that is where there has been a lot of pain and hurt and grief that is showing up, where somebody could be very stubborn about the situation. They're not letting the situation go. Simple. Let's look at the Queen of Wands. I want to see what it is. Somebody could be in their ego as well for you, Gemini, with regards to this Three of Swords situation. Somebody knows what has happened here, and they are perhaps wary of that situation, that it might again repeat itself, or it can repeat itself. Okay, but we'll look into the. Please talk to me about the Queen of Wands here. What does the Queen of Wands energy have to say here? Let's look into the Queen of Wands. So something that is not, you're not feeling very comfortable about it. Maybe that's what it is, possibly. Yeah, the Seven of Wands in the reverse, right? Somebody could be you possibly could be worrying about the situation a lot. That somebody is possibly, how you're worried about how you can remove the guard, or you can unblock the guard. You want to take off some kind of a guard. Somebody is guarded about the situation, and you are scared about that situation, but at the same time, you definitely want to move forward, and you're wondering what you can do about the situation, how you can, kind of move forward with somebody in your life who possibly has her guards up or had her guards up. So you could possibly be wondering if it is possible for you to move forward. Let's look at the Nine of Wands here. This is where you're not very sure about the whole situation. If you can, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, because there is something about financial independence in your life, Gemini, that you're worried about. Both are nines in here, right? So you could be worried about some kind of financial stability in your life, that you're wondering if you are stable enough to move forward with some kind of an offer, maybe, or something that you have to tell somebody, but you are in doubt about this situation and that's where probably you did not take action on this situation before, because you were scared that, see the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you are scared about your finances in here. You're not very certain if you can become either um, materially free from any kind of burdens to enjoy your fruit of labor, or you feel that you have lived your life beyond your means and that you're running low on your financial part of the story. So you are, you know you you're not very sure. You're kind of being skeptical, because you know that you have done mistakes in the past where you probably could have moved before you thought about the whole situation. But over here, it looks to me, guys, that you are feeling, I wouldn't say, yeah, you're being guarded about your financial independence, because you're not sure if you can be stable enough to move towards a fresh new beginning in your life. That's where you're worried. You're worried about something that you're not being able to sleep well in the night, Gemini, is what I'm getting, guys. It's keeping you up in the night, because there is a lot of things that has been hidden or has lies attached to that story, right? Or you could have used the sword in a very different way, where you have not said the whole truth to somebody here, right? So you know that whatever that situation is that you have manifested, you need to clear that situation, but you're not, because you know you haven't really worked in the right way, Gemini, and that's where you're feeling iffy about the whole situation with your financial independence, and if you're not sure if you, okay, it is also possible that you're not sure that somebody in your life with whom you have some kind of maybe a relationship or friendship or anything, possibly might not welcome you back, because they might feel that you are not financially stable, right? So finances is playing up in your mind in here, where everything you're thinking or you are planning or you are working on has a financial part of the story attached to the whole scenario, where you feel that somebody in your life with whom you are, like I said, with whom you possibly could be attached, or maybe you by yourself, you're feeling that you're not financially stable enough to move forward. You're not being confident about the whole situation here. Your confidence is something that is kind of giving you issues more so. Let's look at the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Because it could be that you had earlier manifested some kind of a story about the whole situation where the truth has not been told, Gemini, right? Or somebody had manifested a story in your life with a lot of untruth and lies attached to the whole situation, right? So this is where you're probably feeling skeptical if you can tell the truth and correct or rectify the whole situation with somebody you possibly could be attached with, or just by yourself, that you're not feeling confident. Please talk to me about the Ace of Swords here. The Nine of Swords. Yeah, this is what you are feeling, guys. This is where you're worried about the whole situation. You're worried about taking actions or communication to correct the situation, because somewhere you are not financially stable as of now, And like I said, you're worried about the whole situation where you could have lied to somebody and have not told them the truth about your financial part of the story. But internally, that is where your confidence is lacking and you're worried about what you have manifested. You have manifested a lot of trickery and illusion in your own life, Gemini. Please talk to me about the Magician in the reverse. This is clearly something that you have, the Four of Cups in the reverse. You're coming to your wisdom. You're trying to understand what happened in here. You're getting a hold of the whole situation here. With the Star card, you're trying to heal the situation in your own self. You're trying to clear your own baggage, more so what I'm getting, You're learning to accept where you have gone wrong, what you have done wrong. You're becoming better in understanding your own part of the story here. Let's look at the Six of Swords. And this is where you're trying to move away from this situation by kind of, what I'm getting is telling yourself that whatever has happened, so be it, but it's time to move forward, right? The Seven of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. There has been a lot of confusion about this whole situation here, where you have not been able to move because of the lies and falsities, a lot of things that has been wrongly said or done that created a lot of confusion. See the Nine of Cups in the reverse, that did not, bring any kind of success in your life, but it only created a lot of confusion in your own self. Which is where you're coming to your understanding that you need to get out of this, because you could have been procrastinating this whole situation by yourself because you have not, it's like you're coming to terms with your own problem. You're coming to terms of understanding or in understanding that what you have done has only created more problems for you, and that you have not been able to walk away from that situation. You have sat, you have procrastinated the whole situation, but you haven't made a choice. So it's time for you to leave that situation and move forward in order to make the right choice in your life. This is an energy that you're learning to understand, that you cannot be sitting over there and worrying and feeling, feeling anxious, going through a guilt trip or whatever that situation, that you cannot keep doing this. Somewhere you have to take action on yourself, right? Somewhere you have to understand who you are and what has happened in here and how you can move from that situation. What is that you need to do now in order to clear your own doubt and fear that you had been sitting in for a long time because of some kind of falsities and lies and deceit, that has also made you financially very unstable in your own situation, right? This is where you're feeling very restless about the whole thing. Please talk to me about the Four of Swords in the reverse. You're feeling very restless about the whole situation. You're probably not sleeping well in the night at all, Gemini, because every time you're trying to soothe your nerves, it's kind of getting a little difficult for you. The Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah, you're taking a step back to reevaluate yourself, guys. You're 100% taking a step back to reevaluate with the Queen of Cups about some kind of love in here. Something, because the King of Cups in the reverse and the Queen of Cups, where you probably haven't told somebody how much you love that person, but you have been playing with that person's emotions, where you have not even declared what you feel for that person or what you, because somewhere you have been very stern about your dogma and your principles in life, right? You have been possibly, some of you guys could be possibly married with somebody else, where you have followed a tradition or a traditional part of the story where you feel that you cannot leave behind a situation for somebody or someone else, right? For some of you. So, this is a time for you to step back. Take a step back and reevaluate your whole programming. What you have been doing for whatever amount of time, Gemini. Reevaluate your own principles. Because you could have gone through a lot of trials and tribulations, or you're going through a lot of trials and tribulations in your own self, where now it is a possibility that you had lost touch with your own understanding, with your own wisdom, with your own spirituality. So it's time to take a step back and reevaluate yourself. Think about it, right? With the King of Cups in the reverse, you could have been manipulating your own emotional control. You have not used your emotions in the right way. You have not been emotionally intelligent with your own self, Gemini. Which is where you need to take a step back. Please talk to me about the King of Cups in the reverse. It's important for you to take a step back and reevaluate. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is where there was a beginning that could have happened, but it didn't. It didn't. So it's time for you to step back, with the Page of Cups, where you possibly are thinking about starting something again in your life, Gemini, but the timing is not here because the Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse. Death is in the reverse, which is a personal transformation. Yeah, you're coming to terms with your own understanding, Gemini. That's when you need to take a step back and reevaluate your own dogmas and principles in your own wisdom, in your life, what you have done and why. And once you receive that answer, once you come to some kind of a clarity, you will know for sure, you will understand what has happened and why things have happened, why you couldn't start something in the rightful way. Because you were not emotionally intelligent. You could have been a rebel, but you were out of touch with your own divinity. For some of you, you have been very restless, out of touch with your own divinity. So it is possible that what Spirit is saying, guys, is that it's time for you to take a step back now. Take a step back, reevaluate your belief system, reevaluate your own understanding, find out the answers are there within you. You will find it. You will get it. Right? Let's look at the Hanged Man. Please talk to me. And that's where you have to pause yourself for a minute in order to understand yourself better, Gemini. You need to pause yourself for a minute. The Wheel in the reverse. Yeah. Why things have not happened for you. What is that? Where you could not bring your own abundance in your life, and why? Why? Money could be an issue in your life right now for some of you. So you definitely will have to be emotionally intelligent in order to take a step back and get out of that restless energy in order to reevaluate your own wisdom and find the answer for yourself. Because there has been a bad planning. There has been a bad planning that you have not been able to move out of. Right? You're still stuck. You're still holding the cup in your hand. You're still waiting for that moment to happen. You want the change of time. You want the change of scenario. Some of you possibly want to do something new that makes you happy, that gives you fulfillment, that brings you joy and happiness. But it's not happening. Some of you guys could be waiting to hear some kind of news, that will allow you to revisit that situation and begin something, but the news is in holding. It's not, because this is not the timing for a new beginning right now. It's not the timing. And that is where you're getting stuck with your money as well. The Tower. Yeah, something needs to happen here. There is a movement, a shift that will happen. But right away, right now, what I'm feeling is that you are stationary. You have, you're not being able to move. You're kind of stuck in that situation. Because there is a lack of finances here. Money is a problem, and because of money, you're not being able to begin anything new in your life that brings you your emotional fulfillment. Right? Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So it's a little dicey situation for you right now, Gemini. You will not be able to do anything right away, but give it some time, guys. Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This clearly talks about the timing not being here at this point in time. So you definitely will have to wait for the timing to come into your favor. Yeah, the Hermit in the reverse. Yeah, you know that you have done a lot of things wrong, Gemini. The Devil in the reverse. You need to let your restrictions go. You need to release and set yourself free from all that situation about money and problems and worries that has been keeping you up in the night, where you're very restless. Because you did lose your way in this situation. You might have got stuck in a situation that you don't want to be in. Right? But you had got lost in that, and it's time for you to release yourself and find out your own truth. Right in the center of your reading, you're feeling, you're getting back your wisdom. You're understanding the whole situation by yourself or for yourself. Let's look at the Four of Cups in the reverse. So there is a lot of wisdom that is floating back in your life in the center of your reading, with the Fool in the reverse, right? Where you have acted like a fool. And you're realizing that. You're realizing that whatever decisions, whatever things that has happened, you have taken the wrong decisions in your life. The King of Pentacles about money. About money. Maybe somebody had advised you in the wrong way. Maybe you have invested in a wrong place. Maybe you have taken wrong decisions for yourself, for your finances, Gemini. Which is where you're coming to terms with your own understanding that you cannot blame anybody else but yourself. Because you had lost your way. You had lost your way. And it's time for you to reorganize yourself once again. Please talk to me about the Fool in the reverse, that you have acted like a fool. Yeah, the World in the reverse. That's why you have not been able to close anything. You have not been able to start anything. The King of Swords in the reverse, because you have not rationalized and strategized analytically in order to do the right things. You have taken wrong decisions at the wrong time. You have invested in wrong places at the wrong time. You have done wrong things at the wrong time. Where you could have possibly done things even without thinking. Where you were being manipulated or you were manipulating the situation. Right? So that's where there is no closure. At this point in time, you will definitely have to wait for the timing to come back into your favor. But at this point in time, Gemini, take it slow, take it easy, guys, because you cannot really do much at this moment to change the situation, but you will have to work with this energy, right? You will have to work with this energy. You will have to keep your spirits up. And don't go against the tide, but go with the tide, go with the flow, because you definitely have to come back and reorganize your own situation that you, especially with your money, that you have possibly wasted or you have not invested. Your investment, your fundings have not given you the right return. Some of you could have lost your money in stock, in shares, in anything that could have happened around this portion in time, right? With the King of Swords in the reverse, you could have been taking wrong calls, wrong logical decisions, right? With the Four of Pentacles in the reverse and the Five of Swords in the reverse, where there is a lot of repentance around you. Lot of repentance around you. You're scared about the whole situation. You don't know if your money is going to last you, if you have enough in your pocket to take you through. So you're being worried about this, but there is a lot of repentance. That's what I'm seeing that you have taken wrong decisions at the wrong time, which is where you're feeling very insecure about your own decisions in your own life, where you're not being able to depend on your logical decisions anymore, because you're kind of losing confidence in your own ability to take the right decision. That's where the Two of Swords shows up. This is where you're stuck with the Five of Wands in the reverse, right? There has been, because of a lot of drama in your life, that you're trying, that you possibly have not taken the right decision to stop this at the right time. And you have involved yourself in that drama, where right now it's a learning lesson that you should have stopped the drama way before it had started, or it had, because you were a fool. You acted like a fool. You did not do the right things at the right time, Gemini. And I'm sorry to say this. This is where you're feeling that sense of loss of security in your own logical thoughts. You're not being able to rely on your own logical part of the story because you have taken the wrong decisions, the wrong calls, you have not solved the right problems, you haven't worked on the problems in the right way. So the problems kept piling on, and you did not make an attempt to stop that problem at the right time, right? But nonetheless, guys, this is an energy right now. Things will improve, things will get better as you move along the way, as things come back to you. Everybody has their ups and downs. Don't feel bad about it, right? Everybody goes through a period of either winning or losing. You cannot always win, you cannot always lose. So don't feel bad about the situation. I'm just reading the cards, but take the guidance, take a step back, reevaluate your situation, reorganize yourself, rework on your situation. Try to think about something fresh, something new. Come up with some kind of creative ideas in your life, what you can now do in order to rectify the whole situation and start something new in your life as a brand new project, right? Some of you could have lost money in a job, in a business. Anything could have happened. But nonetheless, it is what it is. So don't get worried about the situation. Things will improve, things will come back to you, but you go slow and steady on the whole situation. Work on yourself, look after yourself. Don't be unnecessarily worried or panicked about the whole situation. That is not going to resolve any issue. But give yourself plenty of time and to rework and reevaluate and reorganize your own wisdom and your own situations. Things are going to come back for you, Gemini. Okay, so enjoy this reading, guys. Until I see you once again, till then, goodbye. God bless, Khuda Hafiz, and Namaste.